What is going on? I'm zmoT. We're sitting here on my main account, and as you can see here, the tribes are a whole bunch of... That's right, the sad trombone. For those of you who like the tribes, use the tribes, are max level, these tribes are the worst tribes we've had in a long while. Obviously, the headquarters health is going to make those ice bases very difficult. We've only got Power Stone chance, which is usable or decent. Medkit healing is going to be decent for PvP. I'm going to boost that up. But as far as actual usability on operations, doesn't really help except for low level ops. Scorcher health, yeah, not for me, but maybe you guys enjoy that. I don't use Scorchers basically ever. Heavy Life Leech, useless, completely useless. Now, one of the things people keep asking about is troop health or troop damage. Now, heavies only leech based on the damage they do, and obviously heavies don't do a lot of damage. So if you want to use the heavy life leech, you need to have a lot of troop damage. But of course, heavies are going to die to single shot things like boom cannons and doom cannons and stuff like that. So maybe just use the old conventional clearing hooka might work. I'll try that another day, but for right now, we've got basically one usable tribe, the Power Stone chance. Otherwise, a whole lot of yuckiness. So I'm going to switch to my other account, and then we'll get into it, changing to the blank screen, just for privacy purposes. We'll be back in one shake of a lamb's tail. Okay, and we're back to the TMOS account, and obviously the reason why I was on the other account is because I don't have all of the tribes on this account. HQ18 only gets 2 tribes. We're going to boost both of them all the way to the max because we've got nothing else to spend our resources on anyways, so Heavy Life Leech. We will be using some hooka on this version of Dr.T. Oh no! My instant training has expired. Every month I cancel it and then redo it the next month, which causes problems. And if you're asking why I do that, it's because I've had problems with renewing. What can happen is if you change devices or anything along those lines, your renewal ends up screwing up. And the fact that I've got multiple accounts just makes it to be a complete pain. So I cancel it every single month and then renew it when it comes up. It's a bit of a pain, but I find it to be it's safer that way. That way you're not ending up with no instant training. And if you're not sure what instant training is, which I get at least one question every week or so, instant training is this subscription down here. 14 bucks a month, and it gets you instant training. Obviously the price varies by location, but it just means your troops load instantly, which is very handy. Because of that, we're going to use brick. There's going to be no silly stuff here. We're just going to use brick. Let's see if we can upgrade let's upgrade our iron will. And we will get into maybe I should actually use iron will. Let's use iron will for the early stages. Iron will can save you a couple troops here and there. Obviously you don't get the damage boost of battle orders, but you do. Oh, it's Volcano today. See, it was a holiday yesterday, so I'm a little bit off. I keep thinking that today is Monday, but in fact today is Tuesday. That is the best kind of surprise. There's nothing worse than thinking it's like Wednesday or Thursday and it's actually Monday. But today we get the benefit of thinking it's Monday and it's actually Tuesday. So, my favorite. Let's go. I'm just going to shock. We won't need to do anything fancy here. Maybe we should just flare the mortar just to speed things up a little bit. Obviously nothing on the left-hand side of that core can range us. So, should be GG, game over. Not the right hero ability at all. I would play the sad trombone, but I don't want to use my sad trombone too much. We don't want to oversaturate you with too much sad trombone. Today's actually a pretty great day. This weekend for me was incredibly busy. It's just, I don't know what I think partially because we're trying to pack and get ready to leave, and Uh-oh, I just clicked a button and I shouldn't have. So that's probably going to lag for a minute. My apologies. My computer does not stand up well to this. Oh man, my fan is just screaming. I have too many windows open, too many things on the go. Trying to catch up for Monday. Hopefully that's not going to lag me. Let's close this and this. Oh man. Not paying any attention to what's happening. Our heavies, let's see if they actually do appear to be healing. Yep, look at that. They get a little green bar, and then they come back to full health, so that's a good thing. Heavy life leech is a thing. Seems to be working fairly well. Let's get... I can never remember the name of this ability. Ever. Now, what was I looking for? Oh, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so... I'm just going to let them clear towards the core. We already saw that the heavies are in fact healing, which is a bonus, which is good. Down goes stage 2. Come on. There we go. Michael Gunderson is my latest Patreon. Michael Gunderson joining the team, joining the crew, whatever you want to call it. Thank you very much, Michael Gunderson. You'll see his name on my end screen. If you want to be on that end screen, it's very simple. Just go to patreon.com/thezmoT. The link is in my description. Trying to do more and more for my Patreons because like I can't stress it enough. Anyone who decides to throw their hard-earned money at me it just blows my mind. And Michael Gunderson, thank you very much for everything that you have thrown towards me. I mean, there's so many things that need our money and attention these days, so the fact that you chose to throw some towards me to help support the channel is greatly appreciated. And let's throw some shocks out here. Probably, see that? Maybe they helped keep my Zookas alive from that mine. I don't actually know. I don't even know how this ability works. Let's just check the details, shall we? I never ever use this and don't really recommend upgrading it because Battle Orders is better and there's other abilities that you're going to need. So let's just have a look quickly and see how this stuff works. Let's see here. Info. Damage reduction. So if you're about to hit a mine, probably a good idea. I mean, we'll get 53% damage reduction. So I'm just going to check this replay quickly to see if that would have made any difference at all. I kind of doubt that level 3 has a mine that would have done much. Level 5 mine. Wouldn't have mattered, but it looked kind of neat, right? Let's get going into here. I'm going to drop on the right-hand side, get some free GBE. Now, the fact that we added one boat of heavies is not a bad idea. One boat of heavies tends to be a great way to get to safe places and not lose your troops. The heavies will clear the mines. And if you've never used hooka before, 1.7 is not the optimal way to use hooka. I'd say 2.6 is the best, but one boat of heavies. I shouldn't say the numbers because obviously everyone has different numbers of boats. But one boat of heavies is probably the second best version of hooka. 2 boats of heavies is the best, especially for PvP. You can get so much work done and still have a whole bunch of damage. If you need the extra damage, the 1 boat is better, obviously. Let's get one of these out here instead of a medkit, perhaps. In conjunction with a medkit, I should say. And stage 4 goes down with no lost troops. Can work very well in the fact that you can maybe get your heavy get shot by a boom cannon or something along those lines. But is my game audio? Yeah, okay, there we go. No losses through 4 stages, saving us some diamonds for the main stages. Chances are stage 7 is going to be a complete pain and going to cost me a whole bunch of diamonds. So we're going to do a side drop on this one. And the reason for that is that I want to get everyone walking at the same about time, like same sort of timeline. We're going to get right back into that corner behind that supply crate, right about, I think it's about there as far as timing goes. And then we're going to drop our heavies and brick in behind. Trying to find the straight line. Zookas will, hopefully, the fact that there's trees and buildings there actually helps funnel them into a nice little corner. Let's go 1 and 2 into here. The reason for that second smoke is so that because the Zookas are a little bit slower, that should get them into position though. We're going to back flare one more time, and then we'll flare forwards and shock over here, and medkits for days. Did the shock launcher get its shot out? I think it might have, but look at this. Zooka's getting hit square in the face by that flamethrower, and our medkits did very, very well. Our, what is that even called? I just looked it up. Not, oh man, I looked up how it worked, forgot its name. But not battle orders. Man, just embarrassing. Okay, let's just have a look quickly and see what the name of the ability is. Okay, Iron Will. Iron Will, Iron Will. When this first came out, a dude named DaCoolBro, DCB, was convinced it was going to be the answer for Heavy Zooka. I don't think it was, but he used it for a long time, had decent success with it, but Battle Orders is just better off, in my opinion. Let's get an artillery right in there. Did not get the boom mine. Too bad. Now we're going to use the standard drop. Smoke in this corner, smoke in this corner-ish, and then just walking out to here with a smoke in that nice little triangle. Now, my concern is that Brick is going to eat it right now. I'm basically almost guaranteed that Brick is... Nope, looks like Brick is going wide to the right. Thank you, Brick. Brick stayed alive. We're going to get our Iron Will out, and we're going to back flare to get this separation between... And now, if you don't know why we're back flaring, please do let me know. I can explain that. I'm happy to do so. The reason is you want to get your Zookas and Heavies walking backwards so that your Heavies get out front, so they get shot in the face instead of your Zookas. Standard... With an operation attack, sometimes you'll use 3 smokes at the core, like they call it reverse triangle. With Heavy Zooka, you want to do a back flare on PvP, keeps them underneath 1 smoke, and then gets the Heavies out front. Otherwise, you end up with Zookas at the very front, and that is not a good idea. So, into Stage 7, let's have a look, see how difficult it is. This looks almost doable, because we can sit right between these 2 rocket launchers. And those are low-level mines, so we only need to shock right over here 1, and then over here 2. Should be, actually, and 3, 1 behind us as well, but it should be very, very doable. That mortar is going to be a bit of a pain. Kind of tempted to remove the mortar, but I don't think I can do that. So, let's do a drop. I don't really know how this is going to work. Probably should have reloaded all of our troops instead of just going willy-nilly like so. Hopefully we can get everyone underneath that smoke. I hate how those boats drop way to the right. And then we're going to flare right up into there, into the gap between those rocket launchers. Not walking in a straight line, which is not something I ever recommend. But it looks like we might be able to get there. Everyone intact. We've got most of our troops. Now, the back flare doesn't have to actually be backwards. It can be sort of to the side as well. Let's go like this, and a medkit. Uh-oh. Are you kidding me? Of course, we lost signal. I don't think we're going to have enough damage. Come on, Zookas. Hopefully, our signal comes back towards the end, just as our Zookas get wrecked. The cable has been so good. Let's just reload all of our troops. We're gonna have to use diamonds, obviously. Overall, the drop was pretty good, but obviously our cable cut out. I thought I had it fixed. I still have the new one sitting here, so we'll do that in a minute. But for now, let's get all of our troops. I'm gonna try to get right into here. I'm going to drop a little bit differently, hoping to get my Heavies to load last. Nope, Heavies didn't load last. Now, rockets have not... Oh, rocket did turn. Now, let's get going up into here. I don't know how many we're going to lose. Not that many, thankfully. Hopefully, just the extra troops that we gained by doing the diamond finish is going to be enough. We'll find out in a second here. Now... lost signal. How is this a thing? So frustrating. Just when you think you're out of the woods, we're not out of the woods. But hopefully we can get a med kit out. So frustrating right now. Should have used a med kit as well, but it goes down and you didn't get to see it because I suck at internet and cables. That's been like 6 videos without a cable problem. And then we have one more, oh, 2 crystals though, so I'll show you how we got it down. I think this is the best way to go about it. I don't actually think you need heavies though. Let's have one quick look. I want to see if we actually have any use for heavies at all. Obviously, same sort of drop. This rocket launcher just ranges on the edge. 1 smoke drop. Walking on a diagonal, which is never a great idea, but I needed to use the anchor from that mortar right there. Maybe I could drop over closer to this tree. Don't really think so though. Now let's just see if we actually have any purpose for heavies. We can shock right over here. I don't think I shocked properly. Let's find out quickly here. Why am I on? I guess half mode isn't back. Back flare, forward flare, shocking behind because we lost the delay on this one. Shocking there, shocking there. So my shocks were not ideal. You don't need to shock that rocket that's right by the core. You can shock this machine gun with this shock launcher and rocket launcher. Only really need 3 shocks. I should have used a med kit. I had more GBE at this point, so overall, Stage 7 is not terribly difficult because of this poor placement of these 3 rocket launchers. Park right between all 3 of them, and you will have great success. Otherwise, that's it from me. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in and enduring my terrible cables and lack of instant training and all of that fun stuff. Anyways, that's it. Happy 14th of November in the archipelago, 13th of November in real life. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Peace!